terms, but she is absolutely amazing and you are going to love her. Please put your hands together for the one and the only Sarah Peng!
Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Sarah. My dad is from China and my mom is also from China. So this was 100% made in China. Once after a show, a guy said, Sarah, your jokes are too clean. You should write some dirty jokes. I was like, hey, you know, we Chinese people, we don't feel comfortable talking about sex. We just do it. Otherwise, 1.4 billion people. Do you think it's easy? The other time, after a show, a guy said, Sarah, what's your real name? You don't look like Sarah. I was like, do you speak fluent Chinese? He said, no. I said, then you are not ready for my real name. Back in China, many foreigners cannot speak good Chinese. I have an American friend. He speaks only 3 Chinese sentences. 你好, hello. For him, that's already 1 sentence. 我是美国人 I am American. 美女有微信吗? Do you have WeChat? Normally, after 你好, Chinese people are already impressed. Wow, your Chinese is so good. Can you imagine me in the US can only say hello? I'm Chinese. Handsome, do you have Facebook? That sounds like hooker. Another time, after the show, a British guy approached me. Sarah, English is your second language. You are so brave. I was like, brave? I'm not funny. The host can introduce me. Please welcome our next comedian, Sarah Peng. And she's very brave. You know what's real brave? The real bravery is a Chinese girl at my age still dare to go to parents' place during Chinese New Year by herself. Actually, I'm not that brave. My parents haven't seen me for several years. Back in China, I lived in a city called Suzhou. It's a small city nearby Shanghai, which only has 10 million people. Once in Suzhou, I invited a Chinese friend to watch my show. After the show, my friend was very excited. Sarah, good job. You should keep doing it. Because you were the only comedian I could totally understand. I was like, the other comedians, they are native English speaker. What's the problem? My Chinese friend said, that is the problem. Their English too native, but your English sounds so familiar. Talking about English, I started to learn English since I was 12 back in China. And after 6 years of hard work, I'm finally good at English. Exam. So when I was 18, I still couldn't communicate with foreigners. So I went to language school to improve my English. Back then, I studied in Beijing, and my English teacher was a Chinese guy. But my English teacher was very good at motivating us. In class, my teacher said, boys and girls study English harder. Especially those ugly girls. Maybe it's difficult for you to find a boyfriend here in China. Study English harder. Go to America. For them, you are mysterious Asian beauty. So I did study very hard. Several years later, I did go to America. But don't take me wrong. I considered myself good looking back in China. So the first time I heard an American told me, Sarah, you're pretty, I was totally shocked. I was like, oh my God, really? I'm really that ugly back home? And Dr. Good looking once after a show, a guy said, Sarah, I think you're very good looking. Before I said thank you, he added, as a stand-up comedian. I said, what do you mean as a comedian? He said, I mean tonight on stage, you are the most beautiful girl. I was like, tonight on stage, I was the only girl. And in Chinese, we have a special term to call good-looking young guy, 小鲜肉, which means a little fresh meat. And then my foreign friend asked me, how about ugly young guy? I was like, well, for ugly guys, actually, we don't really care about it. We simply call all of them 丑男, which means ugly man. I studied in Philadelphia, and my American friends once asked me, Sarah, do you want to go to Chinatown? I was like, why? Then my American friend said, I don't know, maybe to see your people. I was like, I don't have to cross the ocean to see my people. Show me something I haven't seen before, such as male strip club. I'm glad my dad was not there, otherwise he could have had a Chinese heart attack. My Anderson daughter. And also met an American old lady. She said, China, my son is working there. His name is Michael. He's an English teacher. Do you know him? I was like, maybe. Because only in Shanghai, I know 10 Michaels. And guess what? They're all English teachers. In Philadelphia, I have a Chinese classmate. And like me, he was also good at the English exam. You know, one day he visited New York and he wanted to see the Statue of Liberty, but he forgot how to say it in English. So on the street, he asked a stranger guy, said, "Excuse me, do you know how can I find the freedom goddess?" Because what? It's like, I would like to visit the free woman. This guy said, unfortunately, in this country, women are not free. Especially here in New York, women are very expensive. He said, no, I wanna visit here. He made it. And then he brought me back to Philly and shared his experience. Then our Chinese friend says, really? You should do homework. You even don't know how to say the Statue of Liberty in English. If back in China you do something stupid, you're just a stupid guy. Here, in the US, you do something stupid, you're a stupid Chinese guy. You're losing our Chinese people's face here. They said, no, relax. Here in the US, I have never ever lost our Chinese people's face. Because whenever I have to do something stupid, I always told people, hi, I'm from Japan. Seriously, I really have learned some Japanese just in case. Talking about New York, I love their big city, many weird people. And I feel so comfortable. Once on the street, me and my friend were there and we saw a couple, and in front of them there was a piece of paper that said, homeless couple, please help. I was like, I have seen some homeless people, but I have never ever seen homeless couple. You heard that no money, no women, this must be true love. I was so touched. And then my friend beside me said, so sad. I said, no need to feel sad for them. At least they have each other. Plus, at least they're English native speaker. They can always go to China to teach English. Then my friend said, no, I feel so sad for myself. See, even homeless people have a partner. Why I'm still single? I was like, don't worry, you should read a book. Don't get married before age 30. Then my friend said, I would love to get married before 30. And ideally, I would like to date the guy around 1 year. I also would like to arrange my wedding at least half a year. Oh my God, I got less than 2 months to meet him. And I cannot believe I just wasted half an hour talking with you. Yeah, this was the pressure we have. Because in China, there is a term called 剩女, means leftover women. Women above 25 single, you're leftover. From 25 to 28, junior leftover. Above 28, senior leftover. Once my friend said, Sarah, I don't think you are senior leftover, but you have 4 degrees. In our dating market, you are just overqualified. So it was difficult, and my mom was very good at adjusting her expectation for me according to my age. Before 25, my mom always wished me to find a decent Chinese man to get married. After 25, my mom wished me to find a Chinese man, no more decent. After 28, my mom wished me to find a man. You know, Chinese man, foreign man, doesn't matter. After 30, my mom wished me to find a person. Men, women, doesn't matter, just find someone. So in the US, they have desperate housewives. In China, we have desperate parents. Once on my birthday, I got a message from my mom. Happy birthday. May you have a baby soon. I replied, Mom, I'm single. My mom replied, come on, it's your birthday. Let's not talk about something negative. I got a message from my dad. Happy Chinese New Year. May you have a baby soon. I replied, Mom, I know it's you. Sorry, I'm still single. That's why I cannot be home during Chinese New Year. My mom replied, I also added, but don't worry, I still look young. My mom replied, no matter how young you look, remember, your uterus is 32 years old. Then I replied, Mom, have a hobby, please. So it was not easy, and have you guys thought about how to avoid getting old? You guys look very young. I got one solution. You want to know? Yeah? Yeah. Die young. Getting old, actually, it's not all bad. You know, since I feel I'm getting older, I start to buy more expensive stuff to myself. Because I told myself, if one day I couldn't look young anymore, at least I would like to look expensive. And also getting older makes me know myself better. For example, I know that I really love eating rice. You know, once I visited Houston and I saw there is a university called Rice University. I was so excited. I said, Rice University, my university. You know, I don't know. Rice University sounds so Chinese to me. American University, I think they should call it Apple Pie University or Hamburger University. And don't judge me. And one lonely night, I chatted with Siri on my phone. Siri, do you love me? And Siri replied, I respect you. I didn't like his answer, so I asked again, Siri, do you love me? Siri replied, I enjoy spending quality time with you. Sounds like a guy afraid of making commitments. The third time I asked Siri, do you love me? And Siri said, well, would you like me to search the web love for you? That's how I ended up registering myself on several dating websites. And friends, I found out actually I was popular on the dating website, especially among guys about 15 years old. Once I got a guy's message, I will never let you down. I click his profile. I was like, come on, your profile photo has already let me down. And also I saw a guy, on the dating website hold a very cute dog. Love me, love my dog. I was like, love your dog is easy. Love you is the difficult part. But you find on the dating website, the average guy are so confident, they describe themselves like, catch me if you can. I was like, man, you know the reason you're single. It's not because we cannot catch you. It's because we don't want to catch you. I was on Tinder too, and once on Tinder I saw a guy's profile, not looking for a serious relationship, only looking for good sex plus intellectual conversation. I was like, man, what can we do to make you want to have a serious relationship? If I can find good sex plus intellectual conversation from one guy, I cannot just offer a serious relationship. I can directly offer marriage. Plus, maybe have a baby soon. The other time, I also got a Tinder guy's message into SN, friends. I didn't got proper sex education. I was like, what is SN? Social media? They are replied, yes, I love SN. I'm on Instagram all the time. Follow me, Sarah Peng-Standup. Like, what? I was like, what? So I did a research, and I discovered a brand new word. After several hours, like a literary review on SN, I replied, definitely not. And in 2020, I got married here in Singapore.
Ooh.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
May you have a baby soon.
For my mom. Yeah, my mom was very happy. She said, happy marriage. May you have a baby soon. My mom's wish for the past 10 years is always so consistent. And last year, friends, I finally got a baby. Thank you. And my mom said my baby is a golden ox baby. But actually, my baby is a quarantine baby. My husband is from America. So to be more specific, my baby is a China and the US joint venture product made in Singapore. I met my husband in Shanghai, and after 1 year of dating, I think it's time for me to ask him that important question. Are you a spy? He said, no! Are you a spy? I said no, so unfortunately, we're not Mr. and Mrs. Smith. As a new mom, my life changed a lot. Before I saw little boys, they were just boys. Now, and whenever I see these boys, I see the potential future son-in-law. One day I saw an 11 years old boy. I was like, he's very cute. But unfortunately, I think he's probably a little bit too old for my daughter. And as a new mom, I read a lot of baby books. And one book is called Faces. And on the first page is a face of daddy. I was like, daddy got pregnant 9 months. Why the first face is daddy's face? And on the second page is the face of lion, animal lion. I was like, what? And on the third page is the face of son, S-U-N, son. Some even doesn't have a face. And the mommy's face is on the 6th page, after daddy, lion, son, cat, and dog. This is the most stupid book I have ever read. And then my husband bought that book. There is another baby book called Olivia's ABC. This book is normal, such as A for accessories, B for books, C for cat. And I'm not sure if this book is the best way to prepare our children for the future real world. How about another ABC book, such as A for asshole, B for beach, and C for cunt. I'm not English native speaker, so for me, those are just English words, Fuck sounds a lot similar, like duck, just one letter difference. But I don't know. If there is letters are human being, maybe there is a discrimination case, Your Honor, why we letter F cannot ham out with UCK, kids cannot call us, but letter D can ham out with UCK. According to the Constitution, all letters are created equal. Okay, this is not so funny, this joke. Maybe you can tell that actually I graduated from law school. And my husband also is a lawyer. So this means that we are trained to make arguments. One day I asked my husband, hey, do you remember here? He said, no, I don't remember here. I said, we used to argue here. He said, we argued everywhere. One day, my husband tried to kiss me. I was like, what are you doing? He was like, after we have baby, I feel we don't have enough, I said, yes, I know, we don't have enough sleep. He said, yes, we don't have enough sleep, but at the same time, we also don't have enough sex. I said, sex has already done the job. Look at how cute our joint venture product is. And my friend said she totally understands me because after you have baby, normally our body needs time to recover. And she said that she's still recovering. And her baby is 10 years old. The other time I asked my husband, I said, do I look fat? Then my husband looked at me and said, do more exercise. I was like, what? He said, fine, buy larger clothes. I said, so you do think I look fat? He said, hey, I'm just trying to help you. I said, did I ask for help? I said, we have agreement. 1 criticized, 5 compliments. You tell me I look fat and I don't have enough exercise. Now you owe me 10 compliments. Then he said, well, your biggest toe is beautiful. Your second biggest toe is also beautiful. All of your 10 toes are beautiful. 10 compliments, done. Friends, this is a middle-aged people's marriage. In Chinese, we have a saying that there is 3 happy things for middle-aged married guy. 升官发财死老婆. Get a promotion, make a fortune, and the wife died. So my husband just said, my 10 toes are pretty. I think it's not so bad. The other time, I suddenly saw my daughter's American passport. I was like, oh my God, my daughter is a foreigner. The relationship between me and my daughter is not just domestic, it's international. By developing a good relationship with my daughter, I indirectly contributed to the world peace. I changed most of my daughter's diapers. My husband even called me diaper expert. I haven't updated my LinkedIn profile yet. But sometimes when I change her diaper, I ask myself, why, as a Chinese, I have to clean this American's ass? Now you know the answer. World peace. As a Chinese, I'm not offended when people say, you Chinese look all the same. You know what? For us, many foreigners also look very similar. Maybe in China, I have 3 British friends. Chinese people call all of them Harry Potter. 2 American friends we call Obama And the one Egyptian friend we called Jesus Christ. I even have a friend who called my husband Brad Pitt. And I have to clarify, you do know my husband is not Brad Pitt, right? And then my friend said, yes, I know, but your husband and Brad Pitt are both American white guy. Close enough. And I have an American friend, she married to a Chinese guy. You know how, what her friend called her husband? Jackie Chan. And sometimes I imagine that I made it in comedy. I even got an interview by Oprah Winfrey. And at the end of the interview, Oprah asked me, Sarah, what would you like to say to the American audience? So then I looked at the camera and said, stop Asian hate. Black lives matter. And I really would like to meet Brad Pitt in person. Thank you. And as you know that I'm on Instagram, so you can find me at Sarah Peng Comedy. And I still remember the first time I uploaded my comedy video on the internet. I was nervous. After a while, I go back to check. 5 views and 1 like. Not bad. So I told my husband, hey, I already got 1 like. My husband said, yeah, that's me. I also watched 5 times for you. Do you need my mom to click you another like? And I also remember the first time I told my dad, proudly, after I got a show in Shanghai, I said, Dad, from now on, you can call me comedian. After a short silence, my dad says, you quit your job? I was like, I didn't know from my dad when he heard comedian, what he really heard was unemployment. I said, no, Dad, I'm not that famous yet. Then my dad said, famous? The whole China? Can you give me 1 name who are doing stand-up comedy in English and famous? So I said, Sarah Peng. Then my dad said, who the hell is Sarah Peng? I said, Dad, I am Sarah Peng. And my dad said, I know your name. Your name is Hui Juan. You even don't look like Sarah. You guys have been great. I'm Sarah Peng. Follow me at Sarah Peng Comedy on Instagram. Thank you.